Guys, it's Delcy and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a start to another topic, kind of like how I did a sorority series. I have a couple, I think like 3 videos, a 3-video series about classes and getting like how to choose your classes, how to like stay on top of stuff for classes, and different ways to make sure you're getting grades. And then the last video we'll be talking about grades and your classes as well. So this first video of this class series is going to be all about scheduling. So let's get started. So first I'm going to talk about tips on how to choose the right college classes for you. So start early. Don't be the student who looks into class options the day you are assigned to sign up. Usually what will happen is your university will send you an email once you know for sure you're like attending and you accepted that you're going to that college. They'll send you an email usually like in the early part of the year, like maybe like February or March, maybe even April depending on the school, and during that time it'll tell you when you will need to sign up for your classes, and then maybe like a few days later your advisor, whoever your advisor may be, will email you and set up a time where you guys can like either you can go in to meet with them or you can like do a video call. Most times you will be able to meet with your advisor and set up your schedule if you're an incoming freshman on one of the orientation days. So number 2 is know your graduation requirements. Most colleges will have like a PDF of some sort on their website saying like that has all the majors, all the minors, and what classes. I don't think it says the name. It might, depending on the school, but sometimes it just says like the number, like for example, like if you're an education major, like EDUC, and then like a random number for that class, for whatever the class is. I know Wesleyan does that. So definitely go check that out if your college has that, and if you're deciding to take a minor as well, check out those and just write down like the numbers, like the 4 letters and the numbers, and then they should have a catalog as well on their websites, whether it be from like for that year, specific school year, or from previous years, and definitely go look through that to see exactly what the class is called. Number 3 is check out your options, prioritize your options, and pay close attention to classes that fulfill the requirements that I just talked about. Read Rate My Professor reviews. If you go to ratemyprofessor.com and you type in, if you know who the teacher is, if you type in that person on that, it more than likely will show up, and see their reviews, and if anybody has like commented about the teacher, what they have said. The next one is build a list of potential class options, whether that be per semester or just for the year, like for the fall and the spring semester, what classes you're thinking of taking each year. Balance the types of classes, balance subjects of your classes and the amount of from like your major and those that are outside of your major, because there's definitely classes that like I have for my minor, so I kind of like each semester I pick some for like my major and my minor. Don't overstretch, don't get in over your head and sign up for more than you can handle, even if it just means you take the, like say the requirement to be a full-time student at your school is 12 credit hours, even like you have to have at least 12 credit hours. Even if you just take those 12 credit hours, that is totally fine if that is what you want to do to not have like a stressful semester. Figure out your schedule. Visit your advisor. Like I said, most times Usually during the school year, like there'll be times like when you're on campus that you can go visit your advisor and set up your schedule. I know for 2020, for spring semester 2020, I know I had to do a Zoom call with my advisor to set up my schedule for the fall 2020 semester, and it was kind of different because I had to like fill out the our scheduling paper form that we have to fill out every semester by myself and then send it to her like while she like talked me through it. But if I was like on campus, I would definitely just go to her office and talk through it with her like that. And the last point for this part is meet your scheduling deadline. Usually in the emails it will tell you when you have to submit your schedule based on how many credits you have. So now I'm going to talk about how to create the perfect class schedule. Know what times that you work at your best, whether that be 8 a.m. or you rather start at 9. Choose classes that fall between the time frame that you are the most productive so you have the best chance of excelling. I like to have my classes like in the morning and early afternoon. That way I have the rest of my afternoons / evenings off into myself and to just do things that I want to do. And if I have practice, I have time to like rest from a full day of classes and get prepared for practice. Schedule breaks for yourself. That definitely is a thing. Schedule time where it's just you time and you don't focus on school and you do something that you want to do, whether that be watch YouTube videos, like read a book, make a craft, like go for a walk, stuff like that. Know what classes and professors you want. You should always have a plan in place to complete the classes you need to graduate, like I've talked about before. Use a visual schedule builder. I know for Wesleyan, once we submit our schedules, we usually know, like when I make my schedule, I know what time and what day my classes will be. Most of the time I just don't know where until like the week before that class. Like classes start, but I personally use freeschedulemaker.com, or it might be freecollegeschedulemaker.com. It's one of those two. And I just go in and it's an easy thing, and I do Monday through Sunday. And what I do is I like put in all of my classes. That is the first thing I do. I go through all of my classes and I say what days they are, what times they are, and that's what I do. And then once I'm done with that, for Saturdays and Sundays, for Saturdays, it's mainly like when I'll write scripts for YouTube, so that way I have bullet points of what I'm going to say, so that I'm not rambling on forever and ever and making videos longer than they need to be. Also, I think on weekends I schedule in like some library time, I call it, and that's when I'll go to the library and get stuff done, whether that be leftover homework I need to do. If I don't have any work that I really need to do, then I probably won't go to the library, because there's no point in sitting in the library for an hour and not getting anything done. Usually I set about an hour, maybe a little bit longer on some days, to sit in the library and get work done. But if I don't, say like on a Saturday I got all my work done, then or there's a game, I'm not going to go sit in the library. And then usually on Sundays I have like a time to do my laundry, so that I'm not like being lazy all day not doing my laundry. I have my sorority chapter on that schedule site as well. And then I think I also have library time on Sundays in case I'm not able to make it on Saturday and I have homework that I need to get done. And then during the week, Monday through Friday, I plan out times that I'm going to go to the library. I put in times when I'm going to record my podcasts, when I'm going to record videos. I have scheduled me time in there, so that way it's just me, like I can do whatever I want. The things that I don't put on that schedule is like practice times, because I never have a definite time. But when I have practices, I don't put in like events that I have, because they're not every day, and I usually print off my schedule like a couple days before classes start, so that way like I have it ready, or like I usually print it off the day that I move into my dorm room, so I can just have it there and like don't have to worry about it. So definitely use a visual schedule builder, because then like it spreads everything out and you can have time, like see like it all laid out. And I usually go from 8 a.m. to, I want to say like 8 or 9 p.m. On that. Create a master list of classes, kind of like what we talked about before, and choose classes for terms, like fall term or spring term. Start plugging into a calendar. And then the last one for this video is visit your advisors, like I mentioned before. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.